viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Dinh game, who is playing, Sona, as you can see. Oh man, it's Janna. Oh my god. Who's playing Janna, as you can see? Oh my god, I totally knew who this was. Oh my god. Anyhow, we are going into the bottom lane, playing our support Sporty Sports. And we started off with a whole bunch of items, kind of the standard support items nowadays. Bunch of wards, 3 different kinds of wards nowadays. And of course, some health potions, actually a mana potion instead of that. Well, I guess he has some extra money from somewhere. Actually quite a lot of wards here, and that is excellent because wards in the early game are just so powerful. We are going to place down one of the wards, and oh my god, he got owned there. Yeah, he might actually still die. Yep, there we go. Nicely done by the enemy team. And very aggressive moves, obviously. Holy crap. That was insanely aggressive moves. And the funny thing is, if he went for either shield or the W, I forgot what that's called, but it's a movement speed increase basically. That would have been fine. She would have survived. Especially with the shield, of course, because the last tick of ignite, yeah, you can definitely tank that with the shield. And the Q is the one thing that doesn't give you a bonus, except for, of course, the spell itself, but I don't think he actually got to use it, so that's kind of cool. This was kind of unique. You don't really see pro gamers run into traps like that normally. Of course, when they're well set up, then it's pretty much, well, impossible to predict, and that is exactly what happened here. You can totally see why he ran into that, because it was well set up. It is a common place to ward, and of course this is what people do. People set up traps and make sure that that you can't get out of it. So that was the Explorer ward. It only gives 10 gold. It's not a big deal. And of course he expanded Pink ward to get rid of that. So that is that's no good. But hey, whatever. We are going to go aggressive here because we can, well, with the red team, of course. The red team can be aggressive because they kind of had the advantage of forward positioning as well as that, that minion wave. And wow, look at how low this Graves is going. Graves actually, in some very dangerous territory, because one power chord can actually change that amount of health he has by about half. And he is still pretty safe. So the thing is with Graves, as long as you stay in the fight, you are pretty tanky and you can take quite a lot of damage, but obviously you need to watch out not to take too much damage, because those kind of shots, so the simple shots from someone like Sona, they can be really painful. We are healing up though, which is great. So we currently have 101. So got the shield up, and the shield of course will help out Graves quite a lot, both in HP, but also more importantly in damage, because you get extra attack damage from that, and extra attack damage on someone like Graves means extra spell power as well. So that is excellent. We are going to go up. Oh, that's, now I understand how she could afford that. She didn't get he didn't get the Fairy Charm straight off, which is kind of standard to get. But yeah, got an extra pink ward, and of course got a mana potion as well, which we normally don't see. Normally we don't see mana potions on supports in the beginning. Maybe later on, although mana potions are not really well liked in this game. It is really one of those things that has never really caught on. Some people will buy them, and some situations require them. Some champions, they do well with them. But in general, mana potions have never really been fancied by people, even though they will use something like what's it called, clarity. And clarity is of course, well, way pricier than a mana potion, because, well, giving up a slot on your summoner skills, that is actually quite pricey. That's because those skills are actually, well, they're just very good in the game, and clarity, of course, yeah, is just mana and is just useful in the early game. So people still use it because it's yeah, for especially for new players, it's hard to manage the mana early game, and they will actually be able to spam more spells then. But yeah, late game it doesn't do anything anymore, because you will have plenty of mana to do just about anything on just about every champion. Plus you can't rely on a spell with a long cooldown like that. So we are going to use our mana potion and health potions here and just heal up both our health and our mana. And we could actually go back at this point to get the Philosopher's Stone. And Philosopher's Stone, of course, yeah, it's a great starting item for a support player. It is not the best item to start with, but it is definitely a good item. The best item to start with money-wise. I'm not saying anything else about that, because obviously you still get a lot of regen from it, which is great. But gold-wise, the best item to start with is the Sightstone. The Sightstone will give you, well, 300 gold back immediately after purchasing it the first time, and therefore it's almost free. It's almost a free item. It's you get the 475 from the initial well, the health crystal, the ruby crystal, and yeah, that is already just invested, of course. But then you buy the rest of the item for a few hundred, and you immediately get 300 back because you get 4 wards. And that is an amazing amount, seeing that, well, seeing that 4 wards is 300 gold. So yeah, if you go back afterwards, you get another 4 wards, obviously. And yeah, if you do that before you get the Philosopher's Stone, so if you have to go back and you still can't afford the Philosopher's Stone, then yeah, then you get actually 600 gold from that. Because if you reversed the order there, you would not have been able to get both items either. But let's not go into that too much, because, well, it's kind of pointless to do this without visual aids, because people will have no clue what I'm talking about. Anyway, we have Dyrus top lane. I'm assuming they're duo queuing, although I don't actually know. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I don't really care too much about whether they duo queuing or not, because I don't have the sound on, and we probably won't see any interaction between top lane and bottom lane anyway. So we are going to just spam some skills here, make sure that we pick up as many of the minions as we can. But with our minions kind of doing damage to the enemy minions, it's kind of difficult to do. There's a lot of yeah, a lot of damage going off on both sides of the minions on both sides, and it's kind of difficult to last hit versus the tower plus minions. It's easy to last hit versus the minions. It's relatively easy to last hit against just the tower, especially for well, high level gamers who've done this like a million times. And then yeah, there's the combination of the two, and the combination of the two is just very hard. Anyhow, we do have a ward there in the bush. No pink wards though, no normal wards either. And this is exactly the problem that you get with well, with this build. So the build he's currently going for, the Philosopher's Stone into the rest, means that you won't have wards normally upon your first, well, return into the lane. And that's exactly what happened. The first time he arrived here, he had plenty of wards, obviously. He had like 6 wards. But 5, I guess. Yeah, the thing is that Wow, that flash actually saved her. Oh, almost getting hit by the tornado. And we are going to have to take care of this. Apparently, yeah, every time I watch a stream, it goes, my screen goes on black. I don't really understand why though. I don't know if you can see it now. I'm using another way to record it this time than I did last time. But, well, we'll have to see if that actually matters. It is kind of crazy. I mean, why does it go on black? There's really no reason to. Yeah, we're just buying our stuff, and yeah, we do have 3 wards now, which is excellent. But yeah, if you go for what's it called, the Sightstone, then you will have the wards available, obviously, because Sightstone gives you wards. And Timo, are you going to get out, Timo? Timo! Timo is going to get out. Wow, I'm impressed. Wow! He actually got out. Oh my god. Yeah, that was not something I would have expected to work, but apparently it did work. So we are going to grab the dragon here. It is going to be close for Zach, but yeah, Zach can just run out a little bit if he wants someone else to tank the damage, and that is exactly what Janna was doing there. Janna was trying to. Oh, a nice gank coming in, but Janna was trying to just, well, make sure that if Zach got tired of taking dragon damage, that he could just step out for like 1 step and then she would take the damage, but he never did. He healed up quite nicely, and obviously that is what he does. He kind of heals up on those blobs, and well, if you get enough blobs going, you can definitely do very well. Oh, the ultimate from Sona failed completely, and we can now just go back in, because without that, even with the tower down, they should not be able to kill us. Jarvan has no ultimate. Timo said that earlier. And yeah, they lose the tower for the dragon, I guess. It's not a direct trait. I mean, the one is not a result of the other. But still, it is a trait. And yeah, that's just the price you pay sometimes. Sometimes you just have to, well, be less aggressive in the lane. And you just pay for that by losing your tower. But they did pick up the dragon, so I have to say, that's pretty impressive. Dragon this early on, yeah, we don't see that too often, unfortunately, because early dragons are really powerful, because obviously most people will know that yeah, it's all about the early game in League of Legends. If you do well in the early game, you normally do well in the late game. It's not entirely true for tournament games, of course, but for most tournament games it is true. And oh, he does go down. Graves was so low for so long. And yeah, now we're getting... He got killed there. Yeah, of course, I kind of forgot that Zyra was, of course, the mid laner if she's not a support. So I was like, okay, she does no damage. But of course she does damage because she was the mid laner. And yeah, now we're in trouble. No, Zach, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh my god, he survived. Oh my god, the blobs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that was insane. He used Smite to hopefully level up. Okay, that's cute. That is cute. Yeah, he did very well there. I did not expect him to live, obviously, because I thought he was going to die to her for sure. Because she was higher level, she does more damage. And yeah, of course, she doesn't have the life steal or, well, anything, any life gain that he has. Yeah, just the life gain apparently very, very good. It's excellent. So I think they switched lanes here. The top lane is now occupied by Sona with Ezreal. And as a response to that, they're just going to take out the lane. Yeah, second gold item here, the not so effective anymore Lucky Pick. Cage Lucky Pick, of course, only 4 gold per 10 seconds instead of 5 for the Philosopher's Stone. But yeah, it does give you AP, so that is good. And it does tend to be a reasonable item. Jarvan getting knocked back a little, and that is good enough apparently. Wow. Yeah, nice. So yeah, I'm not actually sure what's the plan here. Are we going to just keep pushing, or are we actually going to do something useful? Could have stopped that with the tornado or the ultimate, but Janna was out of range and therefore they could not get it to work. So yeah, the turret takes a little bit of damage, but yeah, it's not really wise to stay here. Although, yeah, I guess it is kind of the most common strategy to just, yeah, keep pushing a lane, even though it's better to not push the lane anymore. It's better to just go help some other lane and let the lane push up a little bit towards your towers. And we are going to finally get the side stone. So yeah, side stone, 1 pink ward still left, and of course we have 2 gold per 10 items, which is great. Which is great. I mean, I like the gold per 10 items a lot because they allow you as a support to gain gold even though you're not getting the last hits on the minions. And it also allows you to afford your items then. They're kind of a, well, structural part of the game for supports. And are we going to be able to do this? Seems that Teemo really aggressive moves there, but Teemo is going to be the one that actually needs to do something about it. Wow, the ultimate from Orianna really doing a great job, and we are going to, however, kill Orianna, and yeah, then we're going to get killed altogether. But the enemy team not following up with the entire team, and they're split up. There are only 3 guys here, but they are split up pretty hard, and yeah, we do die. Okay, Sona does die to the Zyra, and Zyra a triple kill. That is very nice work. That is, I guess, 4 for 2. Yep, the 4 for 2. Now that's an excellent trait. That is definitely what you would want. And yeah, we are getting an extra ruby crystal just so we can afford the, or we can build on to that side stone, making it a ruby side stone, allowing us to get 1 more ward, 1 more ward on the map and 1 more ward in total. So yeah. So yeah, anyway, it seems that we are just going for dragon here. Sorry. Dragon is of course still a big prize at this point. I mean, dragon is a big prize at any point, unless you, well, you look at the really late stage of the game. And why do we have 2 pink wards out there? They were placed pretty much at the same time. Dragon is back to, well, silenced basically. 2 pink wards, yeah, that is a huge investment on someone. 2 people actually. And we are going to die there with Zac. And lose the dragon. So yeah, we are going to lose the dragon here then, and well, as I said, that's another 250 on pink wards that didn't result in anything. So yeah, all in all, pretty big investment, and that is a pretty big deal. So yeah, let's go back. Let's go back in lane. Let's not talk about that fight, because that fight was just, it was not well executed at all. And that is exactly, well, what they didn't want to happen. They wanted to clear the wards on the dragon and then make sure that they could actually, well, do the dragon. But yeah, you could see that Jarvan was there, and Jarvan actually, well, Jarvan was just the messenger at that point. They still went for him, but yeah, Jarvan was not the problem. Problem came in much later and actually killed all of them. Problem was the rest of the team. Jarvan, of course, way too tanky to actually do something about. And wow, the mushroom almost timing out there in the bush. Come on, yeah, well. It seems that my screen really just wants to sleep all the time. I guess it's 21 minutes in, so that's kind of logical. Every 10 minutes it does that. Should really shut it off, but well. Anyhow, we are going back in here. Well, not back in, we are going in here. Zac has his innate ability up, so he can respawn when he dies, and well, we are going to use that to the best of our abilities. Oh, unfortunately he did not hit with that slingshot. That would have been great, but yeah, well, it didn't work out for them. So it is the reason why Zac is staying in and why nobody is killing him. He is very, very well, high on HP still, because he's going to get his HP back. Well, most of it anyway. Of course, people can still kill him, but as long as he stays with the rest of the team. Oh, that was nicely done there. Oh, wow. That was very, very nicely done. So the flash putting her just outside of the range of that mystic shot, and then of course dodging the ultimate afterwards. That was also very well done. It is very hard to get that to work, because well, most Ezreals will shoot it like this, but yeah, you have to be able to dodge straight away. And well, there was an opening there, so could have the Ezreal could have actually realized that, and obviously could have shot, well, exactly where he thought the dodge would go, because obviously most of these high level players will dodge if they can. And are we going to live as Teemo? No, we're not going to live. Teemo is going to pay the ultimate price, and the rest of us are going to have to get out. There are some very low guys in there though. It's so tempting to stay in there to fight. But yeah, as Janna, probably shouldn't be doing that. Probably should just focus on well, supporting your team. So yeah, what are we doing here? We're placing some pink wards, making sure that we can how did that show up? Is there a pink ward there somewhere? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, recalling. Everyone is recalling. Teemo is back in the lane. I guess Zac is also recalling. Yep, the entire team except for Teemo. And oh, we didn't actually recall. So yeah, all in all, it's not really an interesting match at most parts, but some of the fights are interesting at least. There's that, and well, we're currently going for an Oracle's Elixir, because obviously, if you're in this stage of the game, people will place a lot of wards, especially with those ruby sidestones. You can place 3 wards, and then you still have 2 remaining. So even if the 2 get taken out, you will still see the. Sorry, if 2 get taken out, you will still be able to place new wards. And at least they now fixed the fact that you have to stand in the bush to get the vision from oracles in that bush. Now if one of your allies stands there, you can actually be there